I think my microphone's already on, but guys, we're gonna need a couple of minutes here because I said so.
Jumping, it's a function, gotta love it. Jumping, it's a function, gotta. So I said, being on the box like them data. Leather in the seats and it feel like butter. Ice on my grill and you know this shit flooded. Canary yellow on me cause I like these colors. That's my bitch and we don't use rubbers. Top 2 and your bitch know my number. Butterfly wings on her ass gon' flutter. Being on the box like them data. I'm in this bitch with my niggas, I'm feeling myself. You in this bitch with your bitches, you feeling yourself. Let's get together and let's start feeling ourselves. Wishing my niggas good money and only good health. Throw my keys to the valet. It's my day to day. I do shit my way. Feel like young dog when
Might not be as close to being ready as I thought I was. Bro, where did chat go? What is going on? Okay, there's chat. No, it's gone again. Alright. Alright. Production is selling the bag once more. Yes, it is. Hell yeah, thank you for the sub. Alright, what's happening? Mic quiet? Is it actually too quiet? Here, is that better? Almost subbed. Saved my $6. Holy! Yeah, just turn the volume down. I'll just yell. Yeah, I'll just yell. You just turn down the volume. You know what I just realized? I don't need to change scenes until the very end. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to have my cheat sheet up on this second side monitor. Actually, really all I want is chat. I can just pull up my laptop. You know what? Never mind. I don't need the laptop. We're doing this the way I set it up right now. Alright. Chat, I think we're ready. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, all we are doing on this pod today is the salaries thing. The salaries tier list. That's all we're doing. I decided. Alright. Oh, I fucked this up so bad. Chat, please donate. Please send me your money for production value. Thank you. No, they can't cast tomorrow because it's on mainstream, buddy. Unless we're doing a watch party and they're gonna cast the watch party, but I don't think that would be needed. Alright, let's go ahead and transition so you guys can see what I'm seeing. That looks fine. You guys probably can't read all this shit. The names are really small. Your eyes? How pixels? Does Sheets have a dark mode? Or do I just need to do like a dark background? Just like invert the text here. Like that. Is that legible? Oh, that's gonna suck so bad for this part. I gotta do like dark colors or something. It's gonna be like impossible to figure this out here. Oh god, this is terrible already. Google Docs dark mode. Alright, at some point I'll do that, but not today. We're just gonna have to change the text. Sorry boys. We're keeping my bright ass colors because I said so. So these, I think, are the colors I was using. Did I use blue or purple next? Hold on, this is what the cheat sheet is for. We used blue, not purple. Okay. I do have a cheat sheet. The only thing that's not on my cheat sheet is non-rostered or non-free agents. You should start a podcast for investment strategies. Holy fake brain. Alright. How hard is it for you guys to read this 10 pixel size font of everyone's names? Keep in mind I will be reading the names before I put them in their spots, but yeah, how hard is this to read? Pretty tough. Very hard. Okay. 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 This is gonna be hard. I might have to just like extend these Alt plus 1 time. See, the problem is that, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit everyone's names on this. Like, I really didn't want to do like an entire tier list, or tier list maker, or whatever the hell the website is called. But that might have actually been the play, because this is like impossible to read anything here. Hopefully that's good enough. I don't even see my name. It's at the very... Oh, it's not even on here. Oh shit, you're on my cheat sheet though. You're on my cheat sheet though. Like... This is crazy. Oh my god. Okay. Please bear with me. There is technically more 145s than any other because of non-roster or non-free agents. Alright, so we're gonna do one salary at a time. We're gonna try this. If it doesn't work, we'll try to make it bigger. Let's just try to make it bigger right now. Fuck it. Can you guys see the S tier? Already? No, you can't even see the S tier. Jesus Christ. Who made this guy the host of the podcast? Can we get a new podcast host? Okay, B is what you guys can see. I'm literally staring at the thing. I can see S. Alright, you guys are fine. You can see it. Alright. Are we ready? We're gonna try this. We'll see what happens. We're gonna start with, what should we start with? 160s? I guess we're gonna start with 160s. Let me take a brief moment here to try to figure out where I want to put these guys. Okay. I think all three of these are probably going to be in the same category, so that works out. Okay. You just need a better color scheme. High vis? What? Okay, we'll see if it works. We're just gonna do it, and like if I need to change like the colors to be more like pastel, I'll do that. Have I tried bold? Oh shit. Oh shit, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do bold. Let's just bold everything. Okay, hopefully that works. Hopefully that helps. And we'll try doing like this and this or something. Oh god, that did not work. Okay. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if it's going to. Bold equals more pixels. Okay, yes, but it also means the names are going to be longer, and I don't know if that'll help. But Rum is sleepy on the job. Okay, boys, I have no idea how long, because my clock is being held up, so I should probably set a timer. We have less than an hour until my NCS tryouts tonight that I'm hosting. So we got to get rolling with this ASAP, Rocky. I'm going to set an alarm really quick even, because we really got to get going with this. We have less than an hour. that Canyons and I are hosting. So we're going to start with Busy. We're going to go in alphabetical order. These are not going to be in any type of order, so bear with me. But starting off with Busy, this is kind of historical here, so I went with A, as in sandbagging. I think he could probably be a good candidate for B, honestly. I think there'll be some of these A's that could probably fall into B. But for today, we have him in A as just like a good value for a 160. I don't think he played on a team last season at all as a 160, but the season prior, he was an absolute fucking stat patter with that Portland team. So yeah. Okay, Anonymous. We are starting with another B tier this time. Same thing with Mouse. I think he could probably bat up to an A tier, but I think B tier is going to be safe for him. I think 160 isn't like the greatest the greatest salary for him. I probably expected him to be more of like a 155 this season. But yeah. Aquas, not even gonna lie, no idea who this is. Sorry, Aquas. GG, go next. Maybe you'll get on a team and I'll get to see you play. And so yeah. Arunos. This is the start of our manually adjust this fucking guy to NCS, please. Because how the fuck are you a 160 category? Going in S tier. No idea how this guy somehow slipped into 160 and I'm a 165. I'm going to be saying that a lot during the stream, but he's just the first one. Continuing our alphabetical list of 160s, BP, no idea who you are. So sorry, buddy. Hope you get on a team so I can see you play. Bowsy, another S tier, like get the fuck out of ML. I heard he's already promoting himself to NCS anyway. So if that is true, then this won't matter at all, but like get out of ML, please, for God's sakes. It's been too long that you've been sandbagging this league. Okay. Next we have Cav. No idea how Cav and Arunos have somehow like snaked their way into ML, but like what? Like, hello? Okay. I don't even think I need to talk anymore. Like, come on, guys. Same thing here with Caliber. No idea if I'm saying that right, if it's supposed to be Caliber but with an O. I don't know. I just said Caliber. But yeah, no idea how he's ML. Absolutely disgusting MLE player. Pretty sure he did fine in NCS last season, but yeah. Canyons. Canyons, I'm putting an A tier here. Clearly sandbagging. Pretty sure he is going to be possibly my NCS captain this season. So he is going to be probably promoting himself to NCS. He could pretty much be in the S tier here as well. Literally just hit 1600 with him last night. So yeah, he's clearly capable of it. Cup, sorry buddy. If it was Cup with a Q, I'd know who you were. But Cup with a C, I have no idea who this is. So you're going in F. Sorry, buddy. Dalton, 98. We have you in C. It kind of worked last season on SFC. So, like, I'm, like, really not high on him. I think, like, going into last season, he was probably my lowest rated 160. Him and someone else we'll talk about later, but he made it work and SFC made playoffs, so can't really put him lower than C. Dalen, again, no idea how this guy is a fucking 160 when I'm a 165, but please get out of my league. Thank you. Yeah. Moving on. Define skills. I have him in B. I think he could be a good value for a 160 with the right squad around him. I believe he's played on Denver before. I don't know if that was last season or not, but no, that was definitely wasn't last season. He might have been on uh, Montreal, maybe. I think he was on Montreal last season. But regardless, he's a good player. He usually puts up good stat numbers. So, yeah. What am I doing in this podcast? I am giving a tier list to everyone's salaries. Yeah, so that's what that is. Demo, if this is the demo, I think it is. Because you're NCS now, are you still running the ML pod hold season? Yes, I am going to attempt to run the pod for ML this season. More announcements in the future, so stay tuned for that. Yeah. If this is the demo, I think it is, that used to play they used to play Ramen Bowl for ATL like 6 years ago. This guy is disgusting and should never be an ML. Moving on, we have Enigma. Same thing with Dalton here. I think Enigma could work. He's bitching about his Sal this pod. Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty much exposing like players that are much better than me, and I'm somehow better than everyone in this league. So, yeah, that'll be what I'll be doing for most of this pod. Enigma could work. He was 155 last season. Seattle did decent. If they had if they had their squad the whole season, they probably would have made playoffs in the West over like a San Francisco or something. But regardless, I think he could work as a 160, probably on the lower end though of of that. So Fatality is next up. Fatality, I have, looking at my cheat sheet, hold on. We have him in A tier here. Zer just wants to sandbag again in ML. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. Definitely. No, it's not that I just haven't hit 1600 at all. Yeah, I have Fatality in the sandbagging category here. Why is my tier list inflated? I don't know what you're talking about. It is gonna be very top heavy. As much as I said I was gonna shit talk people, yeah, I know Canyons. I'm 4 MMR off, but that still doesn't change the fact that I still have yet to hit it, and I'm a 165. Okay, anyways, thank you for reminding me. Fatality, you're a sandbagger. Yeah, like I'm convinced Fatality like hit 1600 and then just stop playing the game, because he is very good. He was very solid last season. I liked playing with him. I think he made the game easy when I played ranked with him. So yeah, I think he's a good player. Floofy, same thing, buddy. Very underrated player, honestly. Especially when it comes to like 2s and 1s play. Like, I'm pretty sure he's champ 3 and 1s, which is insane. If you play or even just like try to do your placements in 1s, you'll probably end up like diamond 3, and this guy's sitting in champ 3 sometimes. So yeah. We're gonna go back up to the FU list, like get out of ML, because we have Gare Bear next, alphabetically. No idea what this guy's doing in ML. He's gonna absolutely farm the league. I think he's like a top 3 player. So yeah. Updated profile picture for Zer's Twitch when? Probably never. Probably never. So yeah. Tricky. We've got Tricky here. A lot of people would expect me to put him extremely low. That is not the case. He's actually just going to go in the could work category because just like Dalton, he did make playoffs. I don't think he's great for a 160, but he did it nonetheless. So, yeah. Yeah, Gare Bear is like disgusting. I don't know why he's in ML either. Yeah. After Tricky, we are at Jimmy G. Jimmy G, I've got here in the A category. I think he. Wait, why is Miserable only a 150? He was a 150 last season too, buddy. Uh, yeah, I've got Jimmy G here in A. I think he's a great 160. Um, easy to build around, fun to play with, really chill dude, really easy to get along and play with. So, yeah, I've got him in A. Little dude, I've also got here in A. He pretty much fought with me for total goals last season, despite playing on Buffalo and getting absolutely walked in playoffs. But they still finished as the 4th seed in the East, an East that was very stacked. So, yeah, he's a very good player. I'm surprised his demo totals weren't as high last season, but yeah, he's up there. Matchum. I've got Matchum here in the A category as well. I think once he gets the rust knocked off of him, it's not S and A tier if everyone is in there. Well, okay. See, that's the thing though, is that for some reason you are decided to put like a bunch of NCS players as 160s. So, yeah, I'll give you a spoiler. There's 11 players in S tier because there's like 11 players that should be in NCS that are for some reason in Mac League, so that's why. So yeah, like the S tier shouldn't even exist because they just shouldn't even be in this league. That's pretty much where I'm at. Yeah. Where am I at? Matchum. So we're at Milkert now. We've got Milkert sitting here in the A category as well. I think, like, realistically, I agree with you, Crates. I think this like I said, I think the S tier, the people I have in S tier should just not even exist, and then the people I have in A tier should be split into S and A. Like, there should be a couple of the A tier players in the S tier, and then like these people should just not even be in the league. So yeah, that's why. And 160 is kind of the only category that has this many. 145 has quite a few people in S tier, but that's mainly just because like, that's mainly just because of yeah, of the fact that there's some like sandbagging 145s as well too. And I might try to explain that also too later. But Milker in A tier. We've got Monty. Monty, I haven't seen him play in so long that I think I just have to put him in A tier as well. He's kind of similar with Matchum, where like I think if he were to be able to knock the rust off and actually like play the game more than just showing up for matches, he would be a really good 160. I think without those things, these two are probably like B or C tier. Like it just kind of depends on who's on the team. I don't think they're like hard carry type players right now, but if they like actually played the game, they would be towards the top of the league. Don't tell Monty I said that. Yeah, I think he might be too washed, but we'll see. Alright, my throat's getting really dry, and we've already killed almost 15 minutes, and we're not even a fourth of the way through. So we got our speed run. Norm. Norm I have in C tier. I think he could work. I think he was a 155 last season. He's just kind of inconsistent. He's extremely mechanical when he's popping off, he's like pretty much game breaking, but it seemed like last season him popping off was like not very often. So yeah. Rapid Rare I've got down here in C tier as well. He played for a Louisville team last season that did not do very well. In fact, they set historical records that now Louisville is actually the worst ML franchise in history, because of going 4-11. They have the lowest series win percentage of any franchise currently, with only one season. So Sucks. Sorry. Apologies. Um, this is ML salary tier list. So based on their salaries, where I would tier you. We have Red Nova Ultimate, kind of in the same exact category for the same reason. Played for a not great team last season. So yeah. This is where we have our first D tier player. Apologies to Shraxel. It just sucks that you're a 160 because I don't think you are a carry type player at all in any circumstance. And I think Detroit's last season kind of showed that and highlighted that. But you're still 160, so I had to put you down low again. Sorry. Soul, again, another player that just should not have dropped down to ML. He's kind of one that, like, I think he's going to end up being an NCS anyway, regardless. So, like, don't get your hopes up if you try to pick him up. I mean, I would definitely try to pick him up because he's, like, probably top 5 160s right now. Stites, another player that, like, I don't understand how he's an ML, and I'm not. This guy literally carried my ass last season. And if you want to, like, point out my goal totals, I feel like you can't really point out my goal totals without looking at his assist stats. So, like, yeah, you shouldn't be an ML, buddy. I'm sorry. You make the net way too open to shoot at because you're shitting on everyone else on the field. So, yeah. Okay. No, I'm not doing NCS. I'll leave that to people who actually know things about NCS because I don't know anyone. So you can give Game Buster shit about it. Swift, again, another player that's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, Game Buster might have to lock in, do NCS for you guys. I might have to watch that because I want to see how close to F tier I get. Anyway, Swift. Swift is S tier. Please get him out of ML. This is literally going to just be a repeat of the season prior where it's like, oh, he went all the way to the finals and he beat, like, teams that were, like, better than them but weren't actually better than them because they kind of just phoned in the regular season. But he didn't win the finals, so we're not going to rank him out. Well, you know what happened last season, or the season prior, was we ranked out Nos because Nos won the championship, but then we left Daco and let them run it back, and they went 20-1 and won the chip with only dropping one game in best of sevens. So it's going to happen again if we leave Swift in here. That's all I'm saying. So get him out. He's rival player Nemesis. He clearly knows how to play up. Just get him out of this league. He doesn't belong here. Tezu has not been in UR in a bit. He kind of like rage quit, I think, the last time he was in UR because he talked a bunch of shit and then, like, lost a match or something. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. Everyone was shading on him and then he left the league is what I remember of him. I actually think he's a really good player. He's super mechanical. He's a little bit inconsistent. I put him in A. I think he's one of the players that's more towards the top end of the A tier list just because of his mechanics. But yeah, so if you're looking for a 160, that you're not worried about him getting immediately ranked out, but he's also really good. Tezu is a good one to look at. Another good one to look at would be Ultra. Ultra kind of like hard carried that KCC roster last season, so if he can play up to that standard again, he's A tier for sure. Next up we have Water. Water I have here in the B tier, the good value. I think he is like a great value if you're looking at 155s, which he started off this last season. Yeah, last season he started off as a 155 and ended up moving up to 160, and left Seattle and didn't play for the rest of the season as a 160. I do think he would be a good 160. He's just not the full carry type player that most of the players above him are. So, yeah, hurry up. We are running out of time. Wise or YZ, Wise, whatever you want to call him. I've got him in the same category for completely different reasons. I think this guy is disgusting mechanically, and he's really fast on the field. But I have seen him have some like shaky series played. I believe he was on Jersey last season with Haichu and Virgil and Ray. And looking at that team on paper, they should have been absolutely disgusting. I mean, Haichu is 1700 and a 170 now, and Virgil is just like always super underrated as a third. Same with Ray. So they should have been way better than they were. So that's the only reason I put him so low, is because they didn't live up to the hype. Moving on, Zay. I don't know who this guy is. Sorry, buddy. You're an F just because I don't know you. Hope you get on a team and you play. Kyle, welcome to the D tier, buddy. The only reason that you are D tier is because the last time you played was a very similar situation that I talked about with Tezu. I believe he played for Denver, and then for some reason he was the captain and then just rage quit the league. I don't know what happened exactly, but he kind of just like left everything. So yeah, he said that wasn't him. Okay, so maybe it's a different Kyle. But there was a Kyle that was spelled exactly the same way, that was the same exact salary and played for Denver and left mid-season as a captain. So we're going to leave him here because... No, it was him? Okay, see? So he just lied. I don't know. Alright, we've got Serrano, whatever you want to call him. We're going to use him to help us fill up this B tier. He's another player like Monty and Matcham that I think needs to knock the rest off first, but he will be a really good player. Mamba is up next. Pretty much same thing. Like, pretty much exactly the same comments. I've seen him be super mechanical and like absolutely mech out on people way in the past. So if he can bring that back, same with Matcham, they should be A and B tier. Silvos was an extremely good 155 last season. I think he could easily build a team around him. So I've got him here in B tier. I'd like to see him be successful for that knock franchise and everything. So yeah, good value as a 160. And last but not least, we have Coop the Hoop 123, who played for San Francisco last season, and I have him in D. Kind of the same reasoning with Dalton. I just don't think he's that good. Like, I don't think he's good enough to carry a team as a 160, and I think that like if he doesn't have like carry type players as 155 and 150, I don't think he's gonna succeed as a 160. So that is why I put him so low. That is going to do it for 160s. If you're a 160 or you're looking for a 160, take a screenshot real quick. Let me mute for a second while I drink some water for my throat, and I will wipe the screen afterwards. I think that'll cost you some channel points for me to leave the stream unmuted. Alright, that's enough of that. It is 155 time. we're starting off with Cartman, who is formerly known as Steel Reserve. I'm not sure why the name change. But either way, I have him down here in C tier. I think it could work. Depends on the team that is built around him. I think he can mech out, but I think he's also had moments in the past where his internet or PC or something has had issues. So, yeah. Next, we have Choppa with an X. I don't know you. Sorry, buddy. You're going in F tier. Coffee House Mike. Not trying to shit on him. D tier is a little bit more full this time around with 155s. Not trying to shit on him. I think he's actually probably more like a C tier. It's just kind of the 155 Sal that's holding him back. I think he was a really good 150 last season for Denver to complement Milker and Token. But really anyone, it's not hard to complement Token. So I've got him in D right now. I think he could be a really good 155. But for now, I've got him here in D tier. Next up, we have Dies. We're actually going to just move his name to the middle. That didn't work. All right, never mind. We've got Dies. I think he was a 145 for Washington maybe last season. So I'm pretty sure he's moved up 10 salary. It might have been Cleveland. I don't know. Some East team. He was, I think, a 145. I didn't really get to see him play much, so most of the reason why he's down here is kind of just because of the big Sal jump, and how I haven't seen him play much. Yeah, Washington. So I did see him play a couple of times. And the fact that I wasn't like insanely impressed and now he's a 155 is kind of the reason why he is down here. Dingsy, we have really just kind of gotten right off the races with a bunch of D tiers here. Dingsy, I think he could be good. I haven't seen him play lately. If he's been grinding, I think he could easily hold his own. But for now, I have him in D tier. Like I said, I think he could hold his own. I think if you put him with people that he vibes with, I think his team will succeed. But for now, I've got him in D tier. Dub Dill. This is another one where I think this is the guy I'm thinking of. But I've got him in C tier. I think he'd be a good value for 155. I haven't seen him play a whole lot. But if it is the Dub Dill that I'm thinking of, he is pretty decent for a 155. Continuing our speed run here, I've got Enders, who I've got up here in B tier. This is my MLE teammate as well, so a little bit of bias there, but I thought he was extremely solid on Maui last season, and I've played some ranked with him here and there, and it's very easy to play with him. So I've got him in B tier as a good value for 155. Next up, we have Enrico. I've got him here in C tier. I think pretty similar as I talked about with Steel. I think that Enrico is a decent 155. And if you put him with the right players that he vibes with and he connects with, he will just like pop the fuck off. But yeah. Next we have Gaw. Gaw had a rough season last season. I think he's B tier here. For a couple of reasons. Like, he's been like absolutely disgusting in the past, but he had a rough season last season with Houston after replacing, I think it was Enigma on that team. And Houston did not do very well after that. They kind of were up and hit or miss, I would say, after they picked him up. So yeah. Gym Courts. I've got Jim up here in A tier. I think Jim kind of proved himself last season. It's not an easy task that you can carry Fort all the way to the finals. So even if you have Swift as a teammate, Fort is pretty heavy. So we got to put J-Mac up here in A tier. I think he's an extremely smart player, really fun and easy to play with. So yeah. Jaegers I've got here in B tier, mainly because of his inconsistency. When he is playing well, he is just absolutely popping off in your face. But he's inconsistent as hell. Like the next day, he might be like absolutely whiffing the ball like crazy. But when he's popping off, he's like one of the best 155s probably in the league this season. Next up we have Kaneki, formerly known as Raya. I don't know how this guy is a 155. He literally was talking about possibly playing in NCS last season, so I don't know why he's dropped down to 155, because this guy just absolutely clips on everyone. So yeah, get him moved up. Like, this guy could easily be a 165. Another player that's just like better than me and is still an ML. Corsus I have up here in A tier. He's kind of in that same category with Jim. Like, it's not easy to carry Zaire. So, like, if you were able to carry me to a 12-3 record, you probably shouldn't be the salary that you are. He was like absolutely disgusting as a 150 last season. And I think he hit like peaks in ranked to where I actually thought he was going to be a 160, and I'm very surprised that he's a 155 still. Yeah. Moving on, we have Maniac. Maniac I've got here in C tier as well. I'm kind of surprised that they gave him a +10. I think 145 probably wasn't a fair salary for him last season, but moving up 10 sal, I mean, they definitely had a good regular season, but I felt like that SAR team was kind of dragged along either by Bowser or dragged down by Bowser, depending on like the lineup that they played. So Maniac, super good defensive player, super consistent. Yeah, I've got him as a good 155, depending on the team that you build around him. So Mycopolis is going to be down here in D tier. I do think he can play well. It's just not super consistently. I was not out of the SFC roster last season. When we played them, he was kind of the most impressive of the lineup. But I felt like that still wasn't saying very much based on who he was playing with. So I think if you put him on a team that, you know, he can vibe with, I think it'll work. But I think 155 is probably a little bit too high for him, salary-wise. Next, we have Omni Murders. Omni Murders I've got here in C tier as well. I think he is like a decent player. Like, actually, I would say he's probably a pretty good player. And 155 is probably a good value for him. I've just heard people have issues with his personality. So other than that, the play on the field seems to be pretty good. And back when he was grinding, I think he was like a 160 for like Seattle and Dallas at one point. and I thought he was pretty good. So I've got him here in C tier. Depending on the people he plays with, that could work out. Press, press is kind of hit or miss. If he's trying to coach your team while he's playing, or the team that he's playing for, he's probably like C or D tier. But if he's just completely like playing with his brain turned off, I've got him here in A tier. I had a few ranked sessions with him last season when he was in NCS, and he is just better than me, absolutely carrying me. So I think he's a smart player, just as long as he's not like coaching the team mid-game and making comments to the team mid-game. Next I have SBC Nez. Let's see. I don't know who this guy is. I know he's already pre-signed to San Antonio, but I still don't know who he is, so I've got him in F. Cinder. Cinder, I have... Where do I have Cinder? Oh, I have him in B tier. I thought Cinder was actually really good last season. I think was he a 155 last season? Or 150? I don't know. Regardless, this guy can pop off. He's really good in the air. Yeah, I think he's actually just like a really well-rounded player. Yeah, I have Cinder in B tier. Stimothy, Stimmy, I have you in S tier. I don't know how the fuck you're a 155. Again, another player that is better than me and is in ML, and in fact is not even a top sal in ML and is better than me. Like, not even questionable. He's just straight up better than me in every way. I don't know how I'm an NCS and he's an ML. So yeah. Continuing on, we have Storm Reaper. I gotta put him in A tier. Obviously, this guy mechanically, individually, is probably not a 155, but somehow he always seems to get the job done and is just like the most annoying fucking person to play against. So I have to put him at 155 because he just like is really fucking annoying to play against. Yeah. But I mean, when you're playing with him, I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea what to do with my hands. But he's just one of the most annoying people to play against. So I have to put him in A tier as a 155. Strato, again, another one that's kind of similar. Trying to think of who to compare him to that I've talked about already. Probably Jaegers. He's probably a good one to compare to Jaegers, where he's kind of inconsistent with the play style that he's gonna play. Another guy that's just like mechanically better than me, but like the play style that you get out of him is hit or miss, whether he's just gonna be like camping on defense or if he's just gonna be like hitting clips on your head. Like I never know what you're gonna get out of him. So I've got him here in A tier. Where we go? Sweaty 7. Where do I have him? I've got him here in A tier for a 155. I think it depends on. I think he's another one where it depends on who you put around him. I think he's super mechanical when he's popping off, but he does struggle sometimes for some reason. I think he had like a really good season last season, and I think he instantly upgraded that Mexico City roster last season once he joined. And I honestly thought they were going to make playoffs after he joined the team, even though they had like a really bad record. So, yeah. Let's see who's next. Tag. I've also got an A tier. Kind of depends on who you put with him as well. But when he is peaking, like, if you put him against, I don't know what it is about Tag. He just owns me. If he sees my name on the field, like, it's just over. He just turns into beast mode. Like, he's literally just peeking on my head. Like, guys hitting sidewall skims at like 80 miles an hour to the top right bins. Like, I don't understand it. But when he plays like, if he plays against like, I don't know, like a team that's like 1-12 and they're just like the worst team on paper, he doesn't know what to do with his hands. I don't understand it. It's like he turns off his monitor when he's playing against anyone else other than me. So yeah, that's Tag. Tragic. I don't know if this is the Tragic I know or not. So I'm probably just gonna put him in F tier here because I actually just don't know if I even know that guy. Zecutor. I don't even think I need to comment on this. I don't know how this guy is in ML in general, and I definitely don't know how he's a 155. That's pretty much the whole S tier here. Is just kind of the three guys that probably should be even like NCS. Yeah, why is he even here? Why is Zek even in ML? That's a really good question. Slender. Oh god, we have to do this live because I didn't place her. You know, I wanted to put her in D tier. I think I'm going to. I put Mycopolis in D tier. I think I'm gonna put Slendy in D tier as well. The sad thing, they're not, maybe not sad thing. The thing is that Slender was a 155 last season, and Buffalo made it into playoffs with the 4th seed in that stacked East. They kind of just popped off. I think most of it was YT Storm and Lil Dude, but Slendy was along for the ride. So yeah, yeah. And Hydro, who I think is not playing again. I think he's another player where, like, if he knocked off the rust, he could probably be an NCS. I'd probably put him like A tier. Yeah. Maybe B. But yeah. Alright, that's 155s. Take your screenshot. I'll give you like 5 seconds here because I think we are way behind schedule. Holy shit, I've got like 10 minutes. I've got like 15 minutes to do 150s and 145s. Alright, we're going to speed run this. Alright, we'll be giving explanations if you guys ask for it. Yeet 150 I think is probably a fair assessment for him. Aaron hard carried to this rank, but I think he still could work in the right environment. He has explained sometimes, or he has explained. I read your chat, Biscuit. He has, yeah. Anyways, he has popped off in scrims before, so yeah. If this is the Aqua from Nemesis, I also have him in C tier. I think he could work, but his playstyle isn't the greatest. Big Guth, I've got down here in D tier. I think he should probably be a 145, but he's a 150. Biscuit, wait, where is Biscuit? Biscuit. Where is Biscuit? Oh my god, where's Biscuit? Okay, I've got Biscuit in B tier. Not gonna lie, it was one scrim. I was not impressed by the amount of times that you whiffed the ball, with you having been a 160 supposedly last season. Was not impressed by the amount of times that, yeah, you didn't make contact with the ball at all. Bluey, I don't know who you are. Bug, sorry, buddy. I don't know who you are. Kane, again, sorry. I don't know who you are. Cam, I'm assuming this is the Cameron that has been playing for a long time. And you are, I think he had a different name. I think at one point he was going by Cameron, and then there was another name that he was going by. Either way, I've got Cam in B tier for 150. Yeah, Normac. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Normac. Yeah. I've got him in B tier. I think he's good for a 150. I think it depends on who you play him with. I think he had a couple seasons ago, where he had like some like disgusting hard carry on his team, and he just like could not figure out how to put the ball in the net, despite like his hard carry just like literally making the net wide open for him. Like it was a little embarrassing watching. I think he plays better when he was on Portland 2 seasons ago. That's right. Yeah. Luis used to complain about him a lot. I didn't think he was that bad as their third, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, like, Luis Precision and, like, Snow Melody are disgusting. So, like, whoever you put as their third was just, like, it was easy to play with. But, yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, I thought he was actually pretty good as their third back then when he played on Portland. Yeah, I think B tier is pretty fair for him, even with that being said. Deadly, or sorry, I just skipped over Caesar. Caesar, I'm sorry, I honestly don't think, from the tryouts I've seen you at, I honestly don't think you even belong in ML. Like, I'm not trying to be toxic or anything, but like, you're like, every tryout I've seen him at, he's just stand out like doesn't belong. I don't know if it's just like he has a bad night or something, or if he's just actually lost and needs a map in the tryouts. But yeah, I've put you in D tier. Deadly, I've got you in D tier. I honestly think Deadly was really good back when he played on Carolina, but last season he kind of let me down. I think he was on like KCC for like the first week of the season, and when we scrimmed them, like, him and Duck just did not make contact with the ball for like an hour straight. Like, I'm pretty sure there were like multiple games that they had less than 100 points. And like, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. But I actually thought he was really good back when he was playing just like a solid third man. And I think he can, like, if he just focuses on consistency, I think he's really good. Dinosaurs, I think he played for Cleveland last, as a 145, I want to say. And I thought he was pretty solid. Yeah. Gallium, where do I have Gallium? I've got Gallium in A tier. I thought Gallium was really good in Nemesis this last season. Even though he got traded, I thought he was really good before they traded him. I felt like he wasn't really the problem on that team. I won't get into that, but yeah, I think Gallium is actually a really good player. I think I had him rated like number 1 overall out of 150s last season. But yeah, I've got him up in A tier. Game Gang, I'm not gonna lie, I think I've seen you play like one time, so actually I kind of want to put you in F. I was gonna put him in D, but I feel like I've only seen him play one time. Hazard, Hazard I've got here in B tier. I think that's the Hazard from Nemesis, but he was pretty good. LJ, I've got you in F because I don't know you. J-Hex, I have... Sorry, I keep looking at my 155 list on accident. J-Hex, I have an A. I've seen him absolutely mech out. That was a long time ago. But yeah. I think he's got some rust to knock off and like get some consistency going. But he is a 150, so he doesn't really have to do that much. Jonesy, I've got down here in D tier. I'm pretty sure he's an FL rank up that I've seen play, and I'm not expecting much from him at the ML level. Kaz, obviously, I'm really high on Kaz. I don't think he should be a 150. He could probably be I think he could easily be a 155. And from his level of play last season, he probably could have been a 160 at points. I thought he was the best player on his team at one point. But yeah. Fort, where are we at? Oh god, 750. Fort, I've got an S tier. I don't think that's a question. He should not be a 150. Mad Dog, I don't know who you are. Matt Rocket, last time I saw him play, it was at like basically an FL level. Was not impressed, but he is a homie. Midnight, decent. He's kind of mechy, but a little inconsistent. I felt the same way about Miserable last season. Felt like he really held back that Ottawa team last season, and I felt like he was part of the problem on Portland at the beginning of the season. Love it. Love it, I've got you in B tier. Think you're a good value for a 150. Let's see, Muffins. Muffins I have down here in D tier. It's really just the inconsistency for me with Muffins. Watched him play in Mac and Nemesis last season, and I was not impressed with the inconsistency. Same thing with Peanut. I think it's more of the speed for Peanut that holds him back. Perky, Perky, I've got in C tier. That's more of inconsistency. Rick, I don't even have to say anything. He's obviously going to be S tier. He shouldn't even be a 150. Smite, I've got in A tier. Played for Carolina last season, and he was extremely consistent. And by the end of the season, he was kind of clipping. He looked really good, and a 150 is like insane value for him. Soggy, kind of same thing. I think he can mech out when he's playing the game, but I don't think he was playing the game very much last season. So yeah, either way, 150 is absolutely disgusting value for him. Same thing with Virgil here. Virgil, 150 is kind of your third man. Virgil is like absolutely insane. Honestly, I could say the same thing about Ray here. They're just shooters. Like they're like your kind of perfect third man that you want. YT Storm, same thing. Pretty much the perfect second or third man that you want. I think 150 is an absolute insane value for them. Wiggle, I've got here in B tier. Yeah, I think Wiggle is super solid for 150. And I think he's going to build a crazy team around him. Add Tyso. Tyso, I've got... Where do I have Ty? Oh shit, did I not put him on? Oh, okay, this is just throw him somewhere. Ty, I'm going to put B tier as well. Pretty much the same reason as Wiggle. Rainy Day, I'm going to put in A tier. Probably S, honestly, let me put him in S. He moved up to a 160 last season for good reason. I think he is absolutely insane and should not be a 150. he could probably be bumped down to A tier because I kind of feel like him and YT Storm are pretty much the same level. Bino, I have to put in C. Honestly, could throw Bino even down into D. Guy is just an absolute shitter. So yeah. Alright, screenshot your 150s. I got like 2 minutes to do 145s, guys. 2 minutes. This is going to be the fastest speed run ever. Bino, I'm sorry, I was just kidding. Ace, I've got you in D tier. I think he's an FL rank up. Saw him play in Nemesis, was not impressed. Afino, I've got in B tier. Simply just because he literally makes the net wide open for you. He probably would be A if it wasn't for the fact that he can't hit open nets. Arteza is S. Stop sandbagging, bro. You should not be a 145. Bentley, you are an S. No matter how little you play ranked or care about your rank, you should not be a 145. Bleh, I have down here in C. Last time he played, he had good mechanics, but gets mad at demos too much and gets demoed too easily. Bondo, same with you. It wouldn't be a Zare tryout if you weren't late. Don't know this guy. Don't even want to try saying the name. Cody, another FL rank up that I wasn't impressed by. I think he just won the chip, but in FL. So I just have a feeling it's not going to translate as well as they probably think. Cognition, I've got you in B tier. Divine, you should not be a 145. Dr. Fools, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. Dill, you should not be a 145. You were a cracked 155 last season. Stop sandbagging. Extended, I thought you were probably the worst player on a already terrible Portland team last season. Not trying to be toxic. The time we played you guys was so free when we swept you guys because you didn't make contact with the ball like a single time. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm just speedrunning. Fuse, I've got him an A. He can absolutely pop off as a 145. I think he's pretty much your perfect 145 that you could ask for. Gala, stop sandbagging. You were literally a 160 last season. I don't care what your rank looks like. We know you are capable of it. This guy, I think I've seen him play once. Wasn't impressed. Grayless, I have you up in A tier. You should probably be a 150. Hank. Hank, like I don't remember seeing you play. I think you should probably not be a 145. Hollywood, I've got you in C tier. Callum, I think is really good for a 145. I've got him in A tier. Lucas, I don't know who you are. Mikey T, another just like really good 145, kind of exactly what you want out of a 145. Really good third man. Perk, stop sandbagging, bro. You're actually mechanically way better than me. Like, it's not even close. You should not be a 145. Postman, super solid. Really good player in FL. I think he is easily capable of hanging as a 145. Drewski, same thing, solid, just kind of depends on who you put around him. Robot Man. Where do I have Robot Man? I don't know, we're just going to throw him in. Oh, we got him in B. Throwing him in B. Ryan, awesome. Sorry, I wasn't as impressed with your gameplay on Atlanta. I've got you down in C tier. Select Reef, I don't know who you are. Sippy Cap, I don't know who you are. I think he was FL. Speed Demon, everyone knows I'm a huge Speed Demon hater. Got him, put him in D tier. Cause I absolutely hate that guy. Fuck him. No, actually, he's not this bad as a 145. I'm sorry. A tier for Sheriff. Yeah, he's annoying, so I have to put him in there, or he's gonna like complain the entire time. Vex, I think he just won the chip in FL, but I've never seen him play. Sorry. Whale, I'm gonna put him as a B because he was an absolute carry player in FL, and watching him play and six-mans against him, I think it will actually translate to ML level pretty well. Woozy, never seen you play. Hayes, I don't know where I put Hayes. I'm just gonna throw him in C tier. Koku, never seen him play. I'm pretty sure he's really bad from what I've heard. Jet, I've only seen him play a handful of times, was never impressed. Shackles, I'm going to put him in B tier because I think he's pretty much the perfect 145 that you could ask for. And when he peaks, he pops off. Rover, I'll probably put him in the same. And Dangerous for Life, I'll put in A tier. All right, there's your 145s. It's time for me to go. I've got an NCS tryout. Hope you guys screenshotted where you were at. Sorry if I put you in F tier. I've never seen you play. Hope you get on a team so we can change that. All right, love you guys, and goodbye.